to these bullshit buildings. These fucking walls that look like you can walk through them, but you can't. I hate them. I hate them with passion. Those, because they look like this, but they're not, right? And if I turn it onto the old map, actually, what does it look like in the old map? They should look different, right? Yeah, that's even worse. But it's the same kind of principle. I'll get stuck in there versus over here I might not necessarily get stuck. So, yeah, this depends. I don't know. When it comes to Diablo 2, there's not really... I mean, I don't greatly like cross docks, but like, there's not really any one area that I just genuinely absolutely hate. Like, there's zones that I'm not fond of. There's always zones that I'm not fond of. There's also areas that I am overly passionate about. Ooh, mace. There's always areas like that. Mind you, Diablo 2. So I was listening to something funny earlier. I keep hearing like these, if there was a game that you could play all the time and like the amount of money that you'd get from it and stuff like that would deposit into your bank account and was like usable IRL and stuff like that, interchangeable and stuff, what would it be? Like, what one game do you think you could play that could fund you to exist and stuff? And there's really only 2 games I ever think of, and it depends on what the context of those rules are. So in the context of, is there a game that you could play that would like earn you money equivalent to what's in the game? I would say Diablo 2, because it's not very hard to get a few million in this game easily, and you could play it very casually and have that kind of bank account kind of thing, right? But then if you're talking about a game that you could play for a very long time, like, I also feel like Diablo 2 is one, because I have played it for decades. I know I don't get bored of it, but I do have times where I want to break from it, because I don't want to risk getting bored of it. I never want to get bored of this game. But yeah, I feel like there's other games are more long-term. You can play them for a lot longer. Like, if you had to do it as like a 9 to 5 every day, right? Like, RimWorld immediately be that one for me, because I've been playing it for 2 years on one file save and I'm not finished yet. I've still got 2 more, at least 3 more years on that game save. So, but it's not a game that would net a lot of money unless I could get my colonists to like have surplus supplies and stuff. So as far as like the 2 different things, like Diablo is one where if a metaphorical game exists that I could live off its bank account by playing it, Diablo 2 would be the one, because it would be very easy to top that up just casually playing it now and then, and it would be an extremely comfortable life. But as far as to like do as a 9 to 5 without getting bored, I feel like RimWorld has the longest amount of play, because there's a shit ton of mods, there's a shit ton of DLCs, and even without those, even playing fully vanilla, which is basically almost what I'm doing, you can still play a save extremely long time if you want to, without having to change the premise of what you're doing in the game. Like, for instance, in RimWorld, I'm doing the landed ship quest, and that requires me to move my entire colony across the map. I don't have to do it as slowly as I am. I could do it a lot faster, but I choose to because I'm enjoying the speed and pacing of how I'm playing it, even though it could cause problems, you know, for the age of the save and stuff. But ignoring that, like, if it was to fail, I could go again and I could do it without being bored, you know, for another 5 years. That's another 5 years of gameplay automatically, you know? And I just find it, oh shit, hello. I find it interesting whenever like those kind of questions are posed and shit. Because like there's always like a game that will come to somebody's mind when you say, hey, what game could you play every day of the week if you had to play it as a job? And then there's always, what game would you play if it would fund your existence and you only had to play it like as often as you needed to or wanted to? What would it be? Stuff. For me, it's Diablo and RimWorld. I have considered like 7 Days to Die and stuff like that too, but like 7 Days to Die Duke system is not a very high sustainable income situation. Obviously you get diamonds and gold and silver and shit, right? But ignoring that aspect, playability, for sure, absolutely, could play the shit out of that. I have got thousands of hours in all of these games, but like I feel like 7 days I get bored of eventually, you know? I actually do with 7 Days to Die. I get bored eventually and have to take breaks. We've had that a couple of times, at least since I've been streaming and stuff, where I've stopped and played something else because I've just been so overcooked with it and I've just needed like a timeout for something. The funny thing is, I generally get like overdone with 7 days whenever it's about to become popular. So at the moment, I'm preemptively trying not to play it. Like, I'm trying not to stream my stream save at the moment because I know that 2.0 is coming out, and when 2.0 comes out, I'm gonna play the absolute shit out of it. Like, I intend to have a save that like my friends and family and shit can play. Depends though. Depends if I can post it or not. Because when I stream, I can't always. But like I have to turn it off to have the internet to be able to play like Diablo, for instance, you know. But I'll have like a main save that I'll keep, obviously. But yeah, I was actually also tonight, I was going to play either Project Zomboid or RimWorld, and I just kept coming back to Diablo 2. I really just wanted to fucking play Diablo 2. And usually, you know how everybody's kind of got that, like, I don't know, inner voice thing that's like, hey, you should do this would be great, kind of thing. Most of the time, when it comes to, like, wanting to play a different game, when I already have a schedule and stuff, I can usually just ignore that, and I'm fine. I'm like, I'll just keep to whatever my schedule is and stuff. Could not do it for today. And something about Diablo 2 was absolutely have to fucking play it today. I don't know why. So I'm like, okay, that is what we're doing today. So this is one of those extremely rare cases where I am not streaming what I said I was going to stream on the day that I said I was going to stream it. I don't chop and change much. For anybody that like doesn't really know me at this point, like, I'm generally a pretty consistent person. I work off the basis that because time zones are a thing, and like everybody all over the world is like in different kind of like days and times and shit like that, right? It's a lot easier to go live at the exact same time and play the same games in the same kind of like routine. Because people can expect that, oh, it's Monday at this time, I probably could be playing 7 days. So if you tune in, you pretty much know that I would be streaming this day at this time and when I'm playing and stuff. So I don't usually change it around because I don't like fucking people around like that. But Diablo, I don't know. It's kind of like, felt like if I'm not going to have much energy later in the week, there's a good chance I'll either not have enough energy to do 3 hours of Diablo later, or part of why I wanted to do Project Zomboid was I had a feeling that I wasn't going to have enough energy to stream again on Friday. I can't carry that. I was hoping that maybe I could. Maybe I just... It's 65 arrows, so I'll leave that here and I'll take the armor back. Man, I don't know what you're killing, but we're gonna go back to this stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of working on the basis that I probably miss like maybe Tuesday and Friday this week. Obviously I'm gonna try, but if I don't have the energy, because like for anybody that doesn't know, I'm just not getting sleep. Post being sick, all my medicine and stuff's worn off and everything just fucking hurts really badly. So even just like laying on a pillow is like laying against a brick. It's very, very painful. It's like that all over me at the moment. So it's not just like my head or anything like that. It's just all of me. It's literally the How to Train Your Dragon when like he gestures to all of Hiccup. It's all of me, okay? That's how I sort of feel. Is like, yeah, all of that's the problem. But yeah, I can't do anything about it. So I fall asleep when I fall asleep, and I get to sleep when I do eventually doze off and sleep for as long as I can. So we get whatever this week, unfortunately. So I'm sorry to kind of fuck everybody around a little bit with like when stuff is and what I'm streaming, but it will be just what I can manage. It's gonna be like this for a little bit, I think. Like, how far are we into the month? I'd hazard a guess that it's gonna be like this at least for the rest of May. We'll just say that. Not in like the all over the shop. I will try to like reset it next week so I'm streaming when I'm streaming when I'm streaming it, but like it's still gonna be short streams and stuff. So either way, look, I wasn't expecting to be as sick as I was. I wasn't expecting the medicine to be as strong as it was. That was overcompensating so hard. I had questioned it because I was like, there's no way I feel this good in general. I had so much energy. I was so awake. And I'm not generally an awake person. Just being awake's just not my thing. So I'm like, this is suspicious. Why am I so rested? Why do I have energy? And then the medicine wore off. And I got my sense of taste back. That was nice. I could tell as soon as I could start tasting food, I'm like, oh, the medicine's worn off. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Nice to taste food again. But, yeah. Pretty much the next day after that wore off, oh, so tired. And then the sensation of bruising started. So basically, like, my entire body feels like a bruise, but there's no bruises. So, like, anybody that's ever had a bruise, you know that kind of, like, sharp, like, located kind of pain that you get when you accidentally touch a bruise or bump a bruise and stuff like that. Imagine that, but imagine your whole body is doing that randomly all across everywhere. It's like that. That's what's going on. Would we leave Eliza alone? Hold on. Eliza, come down here. Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I was trying to think of what I bumped into earlier. No, I didn't bump into something. I washed my hands and I briefly... Oh, that's right. I went to towel dry my forearm because I'd washed my hands. And I'm like, why does my forearm hurt? Like, it genuinely felt like I had like a big ass bruise there. There's no bruise. I don't know. It's really weird. I also still have the case of like just being generally like out of breath still. I'm guessing that will come back with time. Like, I do suspect it will come back faster than the average person because streaming requires you to be able to breathe and fucking talk like all hell. Or at least my method of streaming is like extreme conversational. There we go. Extreme conversational, what do you call it? Like athletics? What's the word? It's not athletics. It's there's a type of exercise. I think I'm thinking of the word calisthenics, but it's not that. I'm thinking of the wrong word. Either way, I'm gonna leave that one. I'll tell you what. My brain has come out with a few most interesting words. Alright, so as far as I can tell, I think I've done this whole area again. So it's time for us to creep up here and start fighting. There's normally... Oh, there's some lightning motherfucker up here. Oh, shit. Fuck that. You weren't here last time. This is interesting. Burning souls. Okay, you know what? I appreciate the variation. I don't appreciate the lightning. I don't appreciate the lightning because we are extremely weak to lightning. As a heads up. But yeah, I like the fact that we got out of the fucking front door this time. So last time... Okay, no, actually, first time we ran around the top, he wasn't up the top. There are two... what do you call them? Like, dungeon celery type things? Volcanic places. I don't know what they're called. They're like stairs down into like lava. Right, so there's a couple of those. And the last time we ran down the bottom here, he also wasn't there. We got all the way over to the stairs and he wasn't there. We went up the stairs and the stairs was a problem. So I've got like a full moon rising or something outside. I'm like, what the fuck is that light? Anyway, so yeah, because we lost the map the first time, I do have to go up here. And I would really like at some point to go check if the previous zones have lost their map after that crash, or if it was exclusively this place. But I also kind of want to go and map out where I've already been. So I'll probably go downwards. Probably head down first after I get rid of this little cluster, because we've already got part of this mapped out. So the way I see it is when re-clearing an area, it's easier to go where the map kind of already is. I should say it's easy when there isn't a map for clearing an area, right? This is why up here is going to be great. It's going to be easy. But I do still have to make sure that I walk the way across there. And I don't want to go up when we get over to the other side. But since he wasn't up and he wasn't down and he wasn't across, I'm guessing he's in the dead fucking center. Based on the 2 times I've run through here. So I honestly thought that he basically just sits out at the doorway to the opposite side. Because that's how I remember it. I always remember him just being at the doorway. You can't go into the next area without fighting him. But he wasn't there, so I'm guessing he must be dead straight in front of it. In the middle. Mind you, the flesh spawners actually aren't the worst. Because they are immune to cold. And I could kill them pretty easily. But while we're doing that, I'm going to have a drink of my water. Because I'm out of coffee now. And said if I feel like it later, I'll make another one. I just realised that I can watch the game on the other monitor while I'm drinking. I don't know why I just didn't think of doing it. That's so stupid. But yeah, anyway. So obviously I have 2 monitors. And my second monitor has got all of my streaming stuff for obvious reasons. And it has a little window that at least gives me a rough idea of the quality that it's picking up. It's not always accurate. Sometimes it lags. Or sometimes it lags and the stream is not lagging. That's how it's inaccurate, right? So anyway, I just realized that I could look over and it's kind of like in the same... It's almost 1-to-1. It's probably like a fraction of a second behind over here. But either way, I could see my health globe and shit, so that was the important bit, is at least keeping an eye on it.
I can't carry
because
anymore.
Otherwise my head's facing the other way and I'm not paying attention to where my health is. Mate, somebody's doing lightning. Can we maybe not have lightning? Somebody down the hill is doing a lot of lightning. I need to put mana in my... There we go. Alright. There's somebody down here. Whoa, there, you lot. I gotta be careful with these guys, because lightning. Oh, fuck. That nearly hit me on one. If a second beam of that hits me, I will die. I don't want to die. We need the level. No, mate. You play with her. I'm just trying to stay out of the lightning beam, honestly. So I walk straight into it. Don't mind me. Okay. I don't know where is safe here. It's not hurting Eliza, so they're either not hitting her or we're good. Anyway. Oh yeah, no, they were fighting her. Oh, there's a special dude. Oh, you are... What? Oh, Jesus. You are Haze Crow the Axe. Jesus Christ, mate. I don't know what you were doing. A Devil Star. That sounds cool. What's a Devil Star? Oh yeah, well, obviously a Morning Star. Oh, it'd be nice to pick up a good bow. Ain't gonna happen though. Like, if I pick up a good bow, it's going to be a bow that I can't use. Obviously. Let's put you down there, mate. Oh, Jesus. Nope, that is an extreme level of no. How about you move over? There we go. Yeah, so basically if I was to pick up a bow, if it was good, I probably couldn't use it because of, like, dexterity or strength or some shit, right? But if it was good, it would probably be because of enhanced something, or worse, it would have the reduced requirement shit, which you can't use anyway. So, look, I kind of need you down in this mess, to be honest. Oh, no. Jesus, no. I just barely moved sideways just as she did it. Oh, how much XP have I lost? Probably only part of a bar, if that's as much as it is. That's still frustrating. It's like, I feel like that's all of tonight's XP just immediately gone. It probably was. Anyway. Hey, I need... It's nice that she's hanging on that, like, 42,000. Oh, sorry, 49,000. If she gets any more expensive,
Greetings.
it'd be very, very hard to afford her. Mind you, it kind of already is. I should be able to pick up my gear out there. I need you to take that stuff. That sucks. I was really hoping to be able to get through both areas without dying because, like I said, I kind of need level. I also don't have a waypoint. Fuck. Oh well, we're going for a run. I'm getting in that cardio. At least it's already cleared out up to there. But yeah, I'm going to have to start putting a fucking board up there. It will also tell me if I missed anybody over here. I don't think it did, but there's always like one... There's always one something that runs somewhere. You know, when you're fighting them. I do like all the fire and shit. Oh, no, I didn't kick you. It just like backhand Valkyrie. I feel like that was a little excessive on, like, poor Valkyrie. Alright. My body is down here, there. We'll go with that for a hot second. Let's play with her. I will grab my shit. We'll run back up here. We'll love us. Come on, Eliza. Okay. So, I need my health back. I don't have that much health, to be fair. Rejuvenations aren't really going to save me for this. Alright. Realistically, I should have a portal right here. It's not that far away, but I should have one just haphazardly sitting. That is my own fucking fault for that. Mind you, I was kind of like running around a tiny bit in the sense of like, I saw that lightning was going around the place and I was kind of going back and forth. I probably could have avoided it, but I do think that there's a special one of these in here. But if this is all suddenly like there's lightning, I got questions about the lightning bats in the next area. Because, like, lightning bats are the fucking worst for my person, by the way. Because basically what happens is the lightning bats, they zap you, and then they go sit back up on the roof and they heal themselves. But, like, they're very hard for me to kill because they both heal themselves and they also cast lightning, which does a fuck ton of damage to me. Funnily enough, lightning does so much more damage than anything else. Oh shit, hold on. No, you guys go first. And it really shouldn't. It's, I guess, compared to the rest of them, I guess it is like the worst one. Because I don't count cold because I've got count frozen. But still. Yeah, let me get this fucking flesh spawner in the back here. Alright, so if I can avoid doing that bullshit again, I can at least try to get the fucking level. I'm not going to get a level, which is the most frustrating thing. Because between the couple of deaths last week and the death tonight, clearing out this place, unless the underground areas, because there should be 2 in this area, unless the underground areas afford me enough surplus XP to hit that level. The only reason why I give a shit about it is because for as little like difference as it does, it will allow me to do like the tiniest speck more damage. It will allow me to take the tiniest speck more damage, right? It's just the smallest amount of difference, right? I need you back here, love. I need you and Valkyrie back here. You can come to us. There we go. No, that's fine. But I'm not running off into the fucking void just so you guys can like knock this guy back a bit. Right? Okay. Now I do need to go back. I do have a portal just up the way, but apparently I'm just that out of arrows. Oh man. Superior heavy braces. I love the fact that I have got like... What? I think my cats just came in and ran out. Oh. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I'm gonna blow my nose, hold on. I think what happened is one of my cats, I think, came in here and then either got frisky and balked at something and ran, or the other one came in and spooked it and they ran. I don't know which occurred, but all I know is I barely saw one cat come in and the next minute I heard a thunk of obviously the cat hitting its head on the way out, because he obviously didn't make it through the door. And yeah, no cats. So I don't know where they went. But yeah, Phoenix will usually like lurk in during the night to like peek out the blinds and shit. And my guess is that Azula may have already been in the room, because I have got the heater on and that does attract them occasionally too. But if she was just laying near the door, he would have freaked out, been like, I got in, but now I need to get back out. And then he's panicked and just like thrown himself at the door. He does that sometimes. He's just like, it's easier for me to just throw myself and hope to pass through it than to actually like try to get through it. But yeah, that's Phoenix. Oh, let's put you there. I kind of got to line this up where I'm not getting hit by the lightning. Undead drains mana, immune to lightning. Well, I'm deeply concerned that they're around here because they weren't here the last 2 times I came through. Oh! The hell? I either blinked or we got lag or fuck knows. Okay. Damn. All as I know is I saw like 2 tiny bits of lightning and I was dead. So that happened. I also don't have a fucking portal. Damn it. Did I pick up anything? Yeah, I picked up stuff. Hold on. Kane, I got a ring on me I need you to check out.
Good evening.
That was, like, absolutely ganked. That's a goddamn problem if that's what I'm, like, running into. And there goes my XP again. Oh my god. You know, the fact that I care about trying to get the level is probably what's, like, absolutely roasting my ability to get the level at the moment. It's like one of those gacha things. Like, the more I want it, the less I'm going to get that level. It's obviously not how it works, but, like, I feel like that's how it is tonight. You know, I was like, let's hop on and play a bit of Diablo. I'll probably get a level, and then we'll clear out these 2 areas while I've got, like, a bit of energy, and then we'll move into the next area. I wasn't hoping so much to move up to the next area, but I was hoping to be strong enough to be able to handle the next area, you know. Sorry. So, oh, there goes some lightning. Oh, shit. Fuck that. No. Well, Eliza is dead. Jesus. Okay, hold on. Have that. Get Valkyrie. I don't even know if I can survive this to get my body back. Oh, shit. Hold on. Nope, that ain't where I want that. I'll tell you that much. Oh, there's a special in there. Thread Killer. Demon Extra Fast Cursed. Mana Burn. Phoenix, what are you doing? Who are you? Where'd you go? Anyway, Phoenix locked in. Okay, so this is absolutely horrible. I do have a portal right next to it, but I also have a portal right next to that. Champion Burning Souls. These are just normal. Possess. This one, though. I wonder if it's buffing everything to be faster. Now, I guess we're just going to absolutely just throw my XP in the bin for tonight. I'm going to get that back, because holy crap. So the last couple times I've had a run around here, we didn't have the electric things running around. Like the ghosts and stuff. So I'm a little bit like, what the fuck about that. Interesting that it's changed the creatures. I see you, Phoenix. Come here. I've been trying to pet you. Oh. Came out of somewhere I wasn't expecting him to be when I called it. Be on this chair, you know. Oh. Yeah, anyway. I knew he went